Henry, a 17-year-old boy with low self-esteem and a weight problem, feels isolated and bullied at school. He is constantly mocked and struggles with loneliness, experiencing emotional pain and humiliation from his peers. Despite this, he has a deep crush on Sophia, the most beautiful and popular girl in school, but he believes she would never notice him. Henry idealizes her, and there is a clear emotional divide between them, with him feeling invisible and unworthy. One day, to his surprise, Sophia invites him to a party at her house. Henry is shocked and overwhelmed with excitement, seeing it as his one chance to gain her attention and perhaps change his life. With this newfound hope, he dives into preparation, renting an expensive suit, borrowing a luxury car, and purchasing lavish gifts for Sophia. As the day of the party approaches, Henry becomes more nervous and hopeful, believing that this night could be the beginning of something special. The anticipation builds as Henry's emotional investment in the party grows. He imagines how perfect everything will be, his excitement tinged with fear of failure. His nerves spike as he considers the possibility that this could be the turning point in his life, where he either succeeds in winning Sophia's affection or faces crushing disappointment. The day of the party arrives, and Henry is both excited and nervous. He dresses in his rented suit, drives the borrowed luxury car, and brings the expensive gifts, hoping to impress Sophia. As he arrives at her house, the atmosphere is filled with the laughter and chatter of students enjoying the party. Henry's heart races as he approaches Sophia, eager to present the gifts he's bought for her. But the moment he hands them to her, something strange happens. Sophia and her friends start laughing. Henry is confused, his stomach churning as he wonders if something's wrong. Sophia stands up and calls for everyone's attention, and Henry's excitement turns to dread as she makes an announcement that cuts through him like a knife. She reveals that inviting Henry to the party was all a bet, a cruel game to see if she could date the ugliest boy in school. The room erupts with laughter, and Henry's heart shatters. His face turns red with humiliation, and his body goes numb as he stands frozen. He sees Sophia's real boyfriend step out from behind the crowd, mocking him further. The laughter grows louder, and Henry's dreams are crushed in an instant. Overcome with shame, he runs out of the party, his mind swirling with anger and hurt. At home, Henry is consumed with humiliation as videos of the party circulate on social media, adding salt to the wound. His face burns with shame, but deep inside, something darker begins to take root. Anger, and a desire for revenge. For the next 2 weeks, Henry isolates himself, refusing to go to school, shutting himself off from everyone, and plotting how he could get back at Sophia and everyone who laughed at him. After 2 weeks of self-imposed isolation, Henry returns to school. However, he doesn't want anyone to recognize him, so he buys a mask to hide his face. As he enters the classroom, he feels his heart pounding, hoping to avoid more ridicule. But as soon as he steps inside, laughter erupts from his classmates. Sophia's loud, mocking laugh echoes through the hallways, and Henry feels small and invisible once again. He tries to hide behind his mask, but the teasing only intensifies. A classmate, Sandra, tries to pull the mask off his face, making the situation worse. Just as the situation seems unbearable, Emily, a quiet and poor girl from the back of the class, stands up to defend Henry. She tells Sandra to leave him alone, and despite the tension, Emily's bravery surprises everyone. This moment of support shifts Henry's perspective. He begins to feel a deep sense of gratitude toward Emily, but guilt also starts to creep in as he realizes how much he had once idealized Sophia. Emily's actions serve as a stark contrast to Sophia's cruelty, and Henry's view of Sophia begins to change. As the two begin to talk and exchange contact information, they start walking home together. Henry offers to give Emily a ride home, a gesture that surprises her. When Sophia's fancy car pulls up, Emily reveals the cruelty she endures from Sophia, who refuses to let her ride in the car even though they live in the same house. This moment further exposes Sophia's heartlessness.